What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. Here, getting ready to go into week number 2 in a matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. But before we get to that, we got to give our guy, Antonio Gibson, the rookie out of Memphis, got to give him his props for that week 1 performance against the Philadelphia Eagles where he just went off. 15 carries, over 240 yards, and 5 touchdowns. If you didn't see that game, click off of this one, go watch that. You will not be disappointed. Just go ahead and skip ahead if you don't want to hear me explaining the whole reboot shit. But anyways, checking out to see how he ended up doing. If that Eagles user wouldn't have quit, you see Sean Alexander with 266. Gibson ended up finishing with 243 yards rushing. I have no doubt in my mind he would have passed that and broken that record, and he would have had the rushing touchdown record because I was about to get my 6th touchdown with him. I was going to run the ball. I was going to get in that end zone, man. But anyways, he ended up tying the record. But got to give props to Philip Lindsay also. Philip Lindsay had an amazing day. I'm sure for him, his user actually stayed in the game. But anyways, getting ready to match up here with the Arizona Cardinals. Offensive coordinator is worried about Chandler Jones. You should be because our offense line is trash, and Chandler Jones might have a field day against our right tackle, I believe. I think it's Morgan Moses is our right tackle. But anyways, things I'm thinking about for this Washington Football Team franchise, I was thinking, and hear me out. You're going to see this pack. You're going to see this. I'm going to put this package into play during this Arizona game. There are a lot of Alabama players on this team. And this is the first time I've used the football team and kept every single Alabama player because normally I've already traded Deron Payne by now. But he's still on the team, and while he's still on the team, I think that I'm going to end up using, or not think, I know I'm going to end up using the 3-4 bear formation. That's going to be now known as the Alabama formation from now on. How? Because 6 of the 11 players in that formation are all going to be Alabama players. It's going to be Jonathan Allen at defensive end, Deron Payne at defensive tackle, Ryan Anderson at the other defensive end position, moving Sean Dion Hamilton in at a linebacker position, bringing Landon Collins into the box, and having Reuben Foster in there. But before we get to see that on the field, trust me, you will see it. We're going to start things off on the offense, and we're going to start things off by handing the ball off to the player of the week, the man who owns a chunk of history, or he owns his own little slot in history, Antonio Gibson. And Arizona stopped him for a gain of 1 yard. Second down, we keep the ball on the ground, run the ball. I mean, like I said before, this Washington team, they have Terry McLaurin and they have some other wide receiving threats. We just don't have the time because of our offensive line to really throw the ball. So running the ball is really going to be the strength of this team. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. We hand the ball off to Gibson again. Looked like he could have had a little bit more, but he was able to pick up 4 yards. Unfortunate stick work there. Ended up running into the back of some blockers. 2nd and 6. We asked Dwayne Haskins to throw the ball. He ends up finding Terry McLaurin for the first down to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 8. The offense is moving along here. We're throwing the ball, but just like last week against the Eagles, we're not throwing it too deep downfield. Still don't really trust the arm of Dwayne Haskins. 3rd and 1 situation, we got to run the ball here. We're not throwing it on 3rd and 1. We hand it off to our man, the player of the week, Antonio Gibson. Picks up the first down to the 21-yard line. Keeps this drive alive for the Washington Football Team. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. I'm going to motion Logan Thomas over for an extra blocker. And whoever that guy was that we were supposed to block, he just defeated the blocker like he wasn't even there. Stopped us for a gain of 2 yards. Right back to Antonio Gibson again. Like I said, this is a run-heavy Washington Football Team. We're not going to be throwing the ball much. We tried to throw the ball on 3rd and 5. And I think that was Chandler Jones right there himself. Oh my God. Chandler Jones flashed and ended up knocking that ball down. We tried to get the field goal with Dustin Hopkins. And just like Dustin Hopkins did in before the reboot in Cleveland, he just missed the field goal, giving the Arizona Cardinals the ball at the 21-yard line. And Kyler Murray wasted no time to say, hey, you might want to put out a spy on me because I will take off on you. So we won't get to see the Alabama defense or Alabama formation on defense on that possession because of Kyler Murray. But we will get another shot at things on offense. Definitely want to try to get another drive going. We had a nice drive going last possession. Just kind of fizzled out there because of Chandler Jones. But at least to come away with 3 on this drive would be amazing. 2nd and 2, we end up running the jet sweep to Steven Sims, and Steven Sims gets the edge. He's off and running at the 30. The 21 man to beat is, who's that? Murphy, and Lauren ends up picking him up. Okay, but we're into the end zone for a touchdown. So wasn't quite as fast as Arizona did with their 1 play touchdown, but 2 plays on offense, and Washington's into the end zone. 7-7 lead. The kick is up and good this time by Dustin Hopkins. 1st and 10, Kyler Murray back on the field. We're looking to keep him on the field for a little bit longer in the 1 play this time. They show the same jet sweep motion. Murray drops back to throw, looking for Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald just doesn't have the speed that he used to have anymore. I think that was Ronald Darby on the coverage there, able to swat that ball away. 2nd and 10, Murray connecting underneath to his man DeAndre Hopkins, able to pick up the 1st down to the 33-yard line. And this Arizona Cardinals offense is starting to move a little bit now. 1st and 10, good swat away by Reuben Foster on the coverage there on that tight end. 2nd and 10, Murray drops back to throw, ends up connecting with Kenyon Drake, who gets popped by Troy Apke, but is able to twist and turn his body away or around and pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10, Murray taking another deep shot, and oh my gosh, Andy Isabella? Ronald Darby? Okay. So first look here at the Alabama defense here at the goal line. Tough situation, but they end up coming through for the stop on 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal, we try to go right back to with the Alabama defense, but Kyler Murray is able to get enough of a push on his sneak and fall into the end zone. And now the Cardinals have a 14-7 lead. Giving us the ball right back on offense. This time we don't take the ball out the end zone, like we shouldn't be doing. 1st and 10, Dwayne Haskins going to hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson, and he gets stopped in the backfield. Antonio Gibson struggling a little bit early to get the run game going. It's still early. We're going to be patient because it's not like we have any other choice. You already saw what happens when we throw the ball with Dwayne Haskins. 2nd and 13, we try to throw the ball with Haskins, ends up getting broken up. 3rd and 13, we have no choice but to throw the ball here. And Isaiah Simmons tries to jump the route, but he ends up knocking the ball away. And unfortunately, we have to call on Trustway to punt this ball away to Patrick Peterson, who just, does his best Bo Jackson impression. Breaks 3 tackles in the matter just to gain 4 yards. Okay, way to go there. 1st and 10, Landon Collins coming up, putting a huge hit on Kenyon Drake, but he gains the 1st down to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Murray's just going to keep the ball right on the ground with Kenyon Drake, and why wouldn't you if he's running the ball like he is right now? Going to hand the ball off to Kenyon Drake one more time. He's able to get the edge, outruns, I think that was Reuben Foster and Landon Collins to the edge, and picked up another 1st down. 1st and 10, a little bit of trickery there by the Cardinals. Picks up only a gain of 3 yards. And Murray's going to take a shot to the end zone on 2nd down, and he ends up connecting with DeAndre Hopkins in the back of the end zone. Booth reviewed it and everything, and yes, that play stands. 14-point lead for the Cardinals. Still early, still in the first half. Washington doesn't really need to think about going away from their game plan, just need to execute it a little bit better. These runs on 1st down just are not going anywhere. That one ended up losing 4 yards. Come back on 2nd and 14. Dwayne Haskins makes a beautiful pass to Steven Sims. Gains the 1st down to the 37-yard line. Try to sneak in a little screen pass here. Snuffed out pretty well by the Cardinals defense. 2nd and 14 yet again. Haskins back to throw, and he's hit as he's thrown, and he throws it right to Patrick Peterson. This is what I was talking about. This is why I don't like to throw the ball with Dwayne Haskins. He's just too inconsistent. 1st and 10, Kyler Murray back on the field, looking to go up with a commanding lead, and hands the ball to Kenyon Drake, who runs slam into Landon Collins, fumbles the ball. Matt Ioannidis on the recovery, and Washington's right back in motion. Ball back in the offense's hands from the 34-yard line. Going to get a little tricky here. Running the Wildcat with Antonio Gibson. Sheds the tackle at the 30. And Antonio Gibson's off and running. 1 man to beat. And he just can't get there. Down at the 2-yard line. Antonio Gibson finally found some green grass in front of him. It had to come from a little tricky play. But it is what it is. As long as we're getting there. 1st and goal. We want to hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson, but he's tired after that 64-yard run. So we ended up subbing Peyton Barber in, and he gets his first touchdown of the year. So 21-14, Washington's defense is back on the field. Feeling pretty good after that fumble forced by Landon Collins. See if our defense can make another play for us here, or just hold the lead. 43 seconds left in the first half. Definitely would not don't want to give up any points here. Kyler Murray drops back to throw, ends up connecting with his tight end on a nice little corner route. Falls down, and the Cardinals call one of their 3 timeouts. 2 timeouts left, 35 seconds left. Kyler Murray drops back to throw, looking to take a deep shot. Has a man open. It's Hopkins, and beautiful coverage there by Ronald Darby. Just able to get a hand on that one and break that pass up. 2nd and 10. Murray tries to throw again and almost threw an interception. 3rd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Murray making some adjustments at the line, snaps the ball, drops back to throw, looking for something deep. He goes deep for, who is that? Is that Hopkins? No, that's Andy Isabella again. This time we're not going to get mossed by him. We're going to swat that one down. I think the reason why Ronald Darby got mossed on that last Isabella catch is because I thought I was just in prime position to get an interception. Went for the pick and got nothing. So 1st and 10 after the punt, 14 seconds left. We're just going to run the jet sweep to see if we can get anything here. And I could take a hint from Madden. The jet sweep has worked pretty well for me so far. On this one, I end up losing yards, and Madden says, you know what, you might want to take this in the half, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Not going to waste any of our, or not going to call any of our 3 timeouts. Just take this 7-point deficit into the second half, kick the ball off to the Cardinals, and hope and pray that this defense can come up with another big play for us. Oh, beautiful move there by Kurt. Might not want to juke too much against us because we get hit stick happy on the kickoff returns. Love to set up those hit sticks. 1st and 10, the Cardinals are going to come out doing what they've been doing all game, handing the ball off to Kenyon Drake. And Kenyon Drake is just getting loose against this Washington defense. Horrible user there on Troy Apke, and Kenyon Drake is able to, or is finally stopped down at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're going to hand the ball to Kenyon Drake. Yes, difficult to run against this Alabama package that we have on the field right now. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Kyler Murray is going to hand the ball to Kenyon Drake. No, that's not Drake. That's Freeman. Or Edmonds. I wasn't expecting the handoff there. 1st and goal from the 6. Alabama package is still on the field. Kyler Murray's going to try to set the screen to Drake. We allowed the catch, and Matt Ioannidis comes away with the stop, losing 4 yards there. 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. Cardinals are definitely moving the wrong position, wrong direction. Murray's going to drop back to throw, running for his life, ends up throwing that one away. Just barely avoided the sack there on 2nd down. Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 11. Kyler Murray looking to get into the end zone here. There's no first downs. Going to drop back to throw, looking for the underneath to Drake, and Cole Holcomb's able to close the gap on Kenyon Drake, and the Cardinals are going to have to settle for a field goal. So Alabama defense is working right now. Ended up holding the Cardinals to a field goal inside the red zone. It's just a huge play on the defense. Anyways, we didn't really want to give up any points coming out of half. Already down by 7. So just to be down by 10 is like, okay, we're down by 2 scores, but it's a manageable 2 scores. 2nd and 6, Dwayne Haskins back to throw, tries to hit Logan Thomas, and almost throws an interception that would have turned into a pick 6. 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Don't want to put the ball in the air with Haskins, but the running game is still not there either. Gibson's only able to gain 2 yards. 4th and 4, we're going to decide to go for it. Haskins drops back to throw, and right on cue, our guy Terry McLaurin pops open, and Haskins finds him for the 1st down. McLaurin hasn't had a big year so far. He hasn't had very many touches so far this year because, like I said, with this Washington team, the run game has been the thing. 1st and goal from the 32-yard line, running the jet sweep with Antonio Gibson. He gets the edge, and Antonio Gibson's off and running into the end zone for a touchdown. Technically, that's a receiving touchdown. So Antonio Gibson gets his seventh touchdown on the season. His 8th touchdown on the season because he had the 7th one earlier. But maybe this is what we're going to have to do to get Antonio Gibson going. He's really been the only guy on offense that we've been able to get anything out of. Haven't been able to get anything by handing the ball off to him in the run game, so maybe the key is to use him in the passing game. 2nd and 12, Kyler Murray ends up connecting with his tight end underneath, and he gets hit by Thomas Davis, and he ends up fumbling the ball. Luckily for the Cardinals, that ball goes out of bounds. 3rd and 3, they end up throwing the ball to Kirk on the bubble screen, and oh gosh, horrible tackling there by the team, or the football team. and Kirk is able to find his way down to the 41-yard line. 20 seconds left in the first half. Kyler Murray running the jet sweep to Kirk this time. Kirk is able to get the edge and gets popped by Landon Collins, drops the ball, is picked up by John Bostic, and he's off on the return. John Bostic at the 20, Kenyon Drake in pursuit, and makes the tackle at the 6-yard line. But with the flag, it is holding on Kenyon Drake, so we're going to go ahead and decline that penalty and take over. Washington with the ball inside the goal line, starting with a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Hand the ball to Gibson, and he gets stopped. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Going to run the jet sweep again, this time to Edmonds. And Edmonds makes a man miss at the 5 and gets into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And just like that, we're in the lead. Got this our Washington football team defense playing with a 4-point lead. Alabama defense has already proven to be something serious. Just see if we can put this game away now. 1st and goal, Kyler Murray back on the field. Going to hand the ball to Kenyon Drake, who got popped the last time he got the ball and fumbled it. Only gains 1 yard. 2nd and 9, Kyler Murray back to throw, looking for another deep shot, and that's Monroe on the coverage, just unable to get the interception, but swats it away from DeAndre Hopkins. 3rd and 9. Murray looking to throw, ends up finding Andy Isabella for the 1st down. Running a hurry-up offense, 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line after the Isabella catch. Murray ends up taking a shot to the flats for Kenyon Drake, and Drake's able to pick up a gain of about 15, maybe 16 yards up to the 43-yard line. Back to the hurry-up offense, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Murray ends up handing the ball off to Kenyon Drake, and Reuben Foster is there to blow that one up. Put a stop to the hurry-up offense. 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Murray drops back to throw again, and completely blown coverage by the defense. I don't know what Troy Apke was doing. We were in a cover 6 there, and for whatever reason, Troy Apke decided to cover the in route or the out route. I don't know. That play just basically summed up Madden 21 and its zones. This is why I normally use the safeties, because just the logic on covering zones it's not there. It's really not there in this game. 2nd and 8, Haskins drops back to throw, ends up connecting with J.D. McKinnis out of the backfield. Couple of nice moves later, some broken ankles. McKinnis is down at the 49-yard line. Down 3 points here, just trying to take our time, get into the end zone. Definitely not playing for a field goal at all. 2nd and 3 from the 44-yard line. We try to get a little creative, running the Wildcat formation. Ended up losing a yard there. 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line. Haskins drops back to throw, and I've seen him to overthrow that numerous times. I thought that was going to be one of those times where he overthrows it, but he ends up hitting Steven Sims on the drag route to keep the drive moving. 2-minute warning here now in the 4th quarter. Washington at the 34-yard line, already in field goal range, but like I said, we're going for the end zone. Probably should have gone for the end zone there. I think Terry McLaurin was actually open, but we don't trust the deep throws by McLaurin or by Haskins. 3rd and 9. However, we end up completing the pass to Jeremy Sprinkle, who falls forward for the 1st down inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, we run the Wildcat again with Antonio Gibson. Picks up a nice gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards on that. Brings us to a 2nd and 3 from the 12-yard line. We're going to run the ball again with the player of the week, Antonio Gibson. He's finally into the end zone for another touchdown, and I think that one puts him up over 100 yards on the day. So it wasn't the kind of day that we were expecting. Well, I was expecting a lot more yardage on the ground from Antonio Gibson after he had the 243 last week, but I guess not every defense is going to be as bad as the Philadelphia Eagles defense. 1st and goal from the 20, Kyler Murray trying to run a read option, and Ryan Kerrigan sniffs that out, stops him for a loss in the backfield. 2nd and 14, Cardinals going to run hurry up here. 55 seconds left. Look at that clock run off. 12 seconds just ran off the clock. Kyler Murray's going to drop back to throw, and he gets hit as he's thrown. Luckily, that ball falls incomplete in the middle of nowhere. 3rd and 14, 48 seconds left. Cardinals needing the touchdown. Field goal does nothing for them, but they need to worry about getting this 1st down first. He ends up completing it to Kirk, who takes a shot from Reuben Foster, fumbles the ball, and Landon Collins scoops it up, and Landon Collins gets the edge, and he's into the end zone for another Washington touchdown. Beautiful hit stick there. Beautiful hit stick. Reuben Foster Amazing coverage there. It may not be the Alabama formation, but this Washington team is full of Alabama players, and they are all making plays. Every single last one of them is making a play on this defense. First and 10, 30 seconds left now. Kyler Murray just trying to make this score look a little bit better. Matt Ioannidis brings him down for a sack at the 15-yard line. They call a timeout for whatever reason. I guess they're still going to take a shot for the end zone. Second and 20, Murray drops back under pressure again. Looking for Andy Isabella. We're swatting that away. Ronald Darby is not getting mossed anymore by Andy Isabella. Third and 20 from the 15-yard line. 23 seconds left. Murray drops back to throw. Under pressure. Hit by Ryan Kerrigan. And Matt Ioannidis almost had an interception of his own. If he would have caught that, best believe I was running his big self into the end zone. Fourth and 20. Murray drops back to throw. Ends up connecting underneath with Andy Isabella. But Troy Apke comes up, makes a play on Isabella, stopping him 5 yards short of the first down marker. And we end up bringing in Alex Smith, the backup quarterback, to go ahead and knee the ball and signal that this game is over and the Washington football team is moving on to 2-0 on the season. So leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and subscribe so you don't miss any more of these Washington football team franchise gameplays. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.
They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week.